Hello, today is June 8th, 2019. Let's go over our calls, make a prediction for Monday, and then look at the long-term picture. After Thursday's close, I said I had lower targets, and unless we gapped up smartly, I expected to see them print. We gapped up smartly, so the calls canceled before the open. We had a target of 28.75.66, and that printed. You can see this is the close, and it's pretty close to that number, which is a support level. During the day, MEJT gave a sell signal here. That paid off. There's an optional higher target. This is it. 95% of the time we'll see 28.80.67 before Monday's close, and if we don't, we'll just forget it. 95% is pretty good. It's not 100. We have mixed signals. So look for the most likely thing to be a gap outside the day's range, or at least a gap and a quick move outside the day's range. It's negative when you gap up, hit this early high, and you can't take out any of these highs by the close. Unless we gap and take this high out early, it should lead to lower positive. It should lead to lower prices. What's positive is that, first of all, we dropped all day, couldn't take out the early low either. Should lead to higher prices unless we take this early low out early. We do have a higher target, and also Monday's pattern is the one with the early high. Most of the time it's a rally day, closes near the high. Only catch is if that's not what happens, drops in a straight line. It's also positive that there was apparently a resolution of the trade dispute with Mexico. It wasn't really a trade dispute, it was an immigration dispute, but that's been resolved, and since a lot of the recent drop was because of the tariffs being put in place, I think not putting them in place increases the chances that when we open Monday, we're going to gap up and take out this high. Let's look at the longer term picture. We did say if this alternate count was right, we could see 28.75. We obviously blew right through that. Missing it by a point or two doesn't mean much to me, but we've actually exceeded what I thought was a good candidate for the end of this up move. We've actually moved up 156 points from late Monday into early Friday. That's quite remarkable, especially when I was reading all kinds of comments online how about we were going to crash. Usually when everyone says you're going to crash, it means you're not. Well, here's our count, and if this is the right count, we should have an end of B someplace followed by a strong wave C down. But it's not clear, and there certainly could be ABC here, and this could be the end of 5 waves up, 3 waves down. You could be off to the races again. So the count has 2 ways to be interpreted. You can't really rely on that to help you. We actually rallied up right to a strong resistance area in a straight line. Can connect these lines, connect these. It's a parallel channel. We rallied right up to the channel. When you rally up to the channel in a straight line, either you gap over it or this resistance holds. Because of the factors I've said, I think the odds favor gapping over it. And I could certainly see us getting as high as 29.18, although that's not the only target. It's a logical one. It's a pretty good move. But I don't think we're going to break out to a new high here. We have signs of froth coming up already. The equity-only put-call ratio is at a yearly low. That means people are buying calls at a greater rate than they usually do, than they have done all year. Option players are usually wrong, so I think this up move is most likely close to the end in terms of time. The NASDAQ and McClellan oscillators at the upper Bollinger Band. Typically, it'll go past it and then reverse, and it wouldn't take much to get that to happen. So, I think we're going to gap outside the day's range because of the resolution of the Mexican issue with the tariffs and the higher optional MEJT target. There's a good chance we're going to gap over this trend line and have a rally today. I don't think we'll go too much further than that. However, if instead we stop right here, you don't know what'll happen between now and Monday's open. If we stop here, it certainly is a logical place for us to see the retracement begin right now. Not my favorite call, but if we gap down smartly, you can explain it. Monday's the pattern with the early high. Look for the prompt move outside the day's range. Odds favor that being up, but the rally running out of steam soon thereafter. And that's today's call.